Right, welcome back to Pine Tree State Restorations on the Daisy Golden Rifles. A little history on Daisy. 1886, they had a windmill company and they built windmills. And every time they built a windmill, they would give away a little BB gun as a premium for buying the windmills. But the windmills didn't do well. And in 1888, they stopped making windmills and started getting into BB guns. And somebody along the line said, "Isn't that a daisy?" on a nice BB gun that they had from the windmill company, and it just stuck, so that's what they called it. So in 1903, they started building their first lever action BB guns. And we're going to be talking about the gold BB guns that Daisy made, the golden guns. They started with the number 50 Golden Eagle, which was copper plated in 19, I'm going to say, as memory serves, 1936, somewhere in that area. And then there were several others. There was the 103, Western Auto made a 1776, Winchester 94. There was the Golden Eagle 104, like this one right here. Okay, this one was made in 66 to 78. And then there was the Eldorado, Ted Williams, Sears. This is the Ted Williams gun from Sears. And they made this gun from 73 to 83. It's a Daisy 880 gold plated, gold painted, I should say. It's supposed to look like gold. And then the 1201 to 1200 Sears 1994 made a Yellow Boy, model 1894. They made the Daisy Gold Rush in 94. The Model 1000, Model 103, and there is several other guns Daisy made that were gold. But the most popular ones are the ones I wrote off. And this one here, the Golden Eagle. They made a lot of these. Now, this originally had a scope on top, a Model 300 scope, which was basically a peep sight with a tube going down to the front sight. It's hard to find these guns with the original finish on it and the stocks that ain't warped. This gun is mint mechanically and mint cosmetically. I mean, it has a few scratches, but it is pristine. Okay. Now, what you got to do to these is these guns here, they have to be maintenance. They have to be finished. They have to be maintenance. What you do is on this side of the gun, there's an oil hole. A lot of people make a mistake and they put the wrong oil in there. What's supposed to go in that hole is 20 weight non-detergent oil. Nothing else. It's got to be 20 weight non-detergent straight weight oil. No detergents. 20 weight. Inside the gun, if you were to take this stock off, take these screws, this one and this one, take that off, take the lever out. Nothing's going to fly out of there. Take the lever out. Inside the gun, they get pretty cruddy and crusty. So you're going to want to take this all off and you'll get inside there, okay? And you'll take a toothbrush or whatever and you'll take some air and you'll blow everything this way out the back of the gun. Don't blow it that way into the piston. Blow it all this way, get it all cleaned out. Once you get it cleaned out, the end of the lever's got a hook on it. You're going to want to grease that with heavy grease. You can pull the trigger out also with a screw. And you grease all the contact points on that. If you used to look at this gun brand new and take it apart, you'd see that everything inside there is greased heavily with automotive type grease because this is a highly mechanical gun, friction mechanical gun. So you need to grease. You can't just oil that stuff. It'll wear out. You only oil the piston on the barrel. Everything else in here gets grease. Put grease on that pivot pin. You put it back together. Put a little grease right here so you don't wear out that plastic piece. You can put a drop of oil on the safety, automatic safety. When you cock it, it automatically comes on. Now, if you do all that and it shoots fine, this gun was originally up to 350 feet per second. I have already oiled this gun and I've already shot it, and it's putting out about 325. It's strong. I haven't done the maintenance down here yet, but I'm going to. It's for a customer. So I'm going to take this apart. And normally I would do that for you, but I'm not feeling 100% today. And I didn't want to let anybody down. I wanted to get this video going for people because you guys are important to me. But anyway, you get this cleaned up and then you put it back together and you put several drops of oil in here when the gun's cocked and when the gun's uncocked. Probably 3 or 4 or 5 drops each time. And then you work the gun and shoot it, and you should be in good shape. Okay. The Golden Eagle is a youth rifle, right? And it is one of my favorites. But like I said, it's really hard to find them in good condition like this because they get left outside once, and all that paint gets destroyed, and they get rusty, and it's a wreck. And the stocks like to warp. They set in the sun, and kids often set them in the sun, and they'll warp. This one here originally had a sling on it, but it's missing. Let's see if I can find one. All right. But it's missing the 300 scope. Everybody loses them. Everybody. Now, you can take this out. This is what holds the spring in and put a sight on it. One that has a taller and it's got a sight, and you can use it as a sighted gun. But I'm going to try to find the scope for it. It's going to take some time, but I'm going to find it. On the Daisy 880, what you got to watch out for on these, I must tell you, are one of the best guns they ever made. These are powerful. You can get 850 feet per second out of these, and they are dead nuts accurate. I mean, these older ones, it's a metal receiver, are super high quality guns. Now, what goes wrong with these guns are the seals. And how you test that is, you open this up, okay, you'll see the piston in there. This is an early one because it's got a brass tube in there for the pump. All right. What this gun does is it pumps up and it holds air forever. But it only puts out about 350, 400 feet per second on my chronometer. And the reason why that is the pump right here is wore out. Lack of oil usually is what causes it. There's a little foam filter in there. You're supposed to oil it. It was bone dry when I got it. So what you do there is you can take that off and put new seals on it, or you can get a whole new pump assembly from like Baker Air Guns online. They're like $40. Just get the whole assembly. You take this screw out and another screw on the other side, slide these forward. These come off. Underneath those covers is a pin, and this whole thing slides right out. And on the end, you got another pin. You replace that pump assembly. When you're inside there, you clean the inside of those rails out. There's 2 little wheels in there. Clean them up. When you get all that clean, you grease those little wheels, you oil that pump assembly, you slide it back in, put it back together, and now it's going to pump hard. You can tell when they have an issue because when you pump this, it doesn't pump hard. After the second or third pump, you should be really grunting down on it because that pump pumps hard. Nothing wrong with the seals in here. It's the pump. It's just not pumping. I pumped this up and let it sit for 2 days, and it still shot 400 and some feet per second. So the internal seals on the gun are fine. On these guns, you want to make sure you don't put any funky oil in them because you'll destroy the seals. Anything with detergent will destroy the seals. So either use 20 weight, 3-in-1 non-detergent blue bottle, not the red bottle 3-in-1. The red bottle 301 is detergent. The blue bottle 301 for electric motors is non-detergent. You can use that or Pelgun oil, which basically is a 10-weight oil. But you cannot put just any old oil in there. You'll wreck your gun. So this is a Sears Ted Williams Eldorado, made in 66 and 78, between 66 and 78, and they're rare. They're worth like $300, and they were gold plated. It says Ted Williams on the barrel, and it says made for Sears by Daisy, and this is one of the coolest guns they made. Right? I just love this gun. Love it. It's one of my favorites. I had one when I was a kid, just like it. So When it comes to repairing these old guns, the main key is clean and lubrication and grease. You have to have the correct oil and the correct grease in these guns. And what you do to protect the Golden Eagles finish is simple. You're going to wax this with turtle wax. Get a soft cloth and wax this whole gun because basically it's painted. So you want to, just like a car, you want to protect that paint. If you get any wax in the cracks, just wait till it dries. Take a toothbrush, a dry toothbrush, and brush it out. Don't try to dig it out of there when it's wet. You might damage the paint. Just take a dry toothbrush and it'll come right out. Get it waxed up, get it lubed up, and I gotta find a scope. It's gonna take me some time. I got a lot of collectors out there, but the customer wants the original scope back on it and the gun maintenance. This is a really, really nice gun. I love this gun. So I gave you a little bit of history on the Golden rifles from Daisy. I'm a huge BB gun fan, huge air rifle fan, especially like Daisy, like Crosman too. But I like the Golden rifles because they're just not seen that much anymore. They're hard to find in good condition, and they're just cool. All right. And it brings out the kid in you. These guns, man, when I was growing up, when I was a kid, the first thing I did when I got out of school, besides throwing my books down on the kitchen or on the dining room table, was go upstairs to my room and grab my Red Ryder, and out the door I went. I shot a million, at least a zillion BBs through my Red Ryder. I used to shoot my Daisy 99. I used to shoot wasps at 40 feet and cut them in half with that Daisy 99. I used to shoot dimes off the top of my girlfriend's car, edgewise. She had a 62 Cadillac, and I'd set a dime on top of her car, stick of gum, edgewise, and I'd shoot that dime off the top of her car every time at 40 feet. I mean, I was a dead shot with a BB gun when I was a kid. And the Daisy 99 is a target model gun, and it is super, super accurate. It's one of the most accurate Daisies ever made. Not powerful, but it's accurate. And then, of course, the Avanti is another one made by Daisy that's super accurate. But anyway, I wanted to get this out to you guys and give you a little information on this. And I might do another video on this when I replace the pump. I had to order one. And when I take this apart. But I wanted to get a good video out to you guys because you guys are important to me. Like I said, I'm not feeling 100% today, but I told you I was going to have a video Sunday, and we're going to have a video Sunday. So thanks for watching Pine Tree State Restorations, and we will see you soon.